Hello, you, and welcome to your Marlowe Looky-Loo storybook. I'll be your Marlowe storyteller. You can read along with me in your own book, too. When you hear this sound, it'll be time to turn the page. A Marlowe Looky-Loo storyteller book and record. Let's visit our friends by going to the very first page. Springtime salutations. What a beautiful day in home, isn't it, neighbor? Just like every day before today and every day after. Today is a special day in home for our most joyful resident in the neighborhood, Julie Joyful. Julie? Julie Joyful?
What? Huh? No, Frank, the tulips don't think your bow tie looks silly.
Julie? Wake up, Julie.
Ah! Oh. Good morning, storyteller.
Good morning, Julie. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Julie Joyful was getting ready for a very special day after her very long hibernation.
You're telling me it felt extra along this time. Oh, I've been dreaming of this day since homewarming. Now it's time to spring into action and say salutations to springtime. And good morning,
Julie threw open the door and hopped outside, letting the warm rays of the sun shine down upon her. Oh, never mind. She instead jumped into a pile of snow.
What's going on here?
Julie shouted. What was right? All of home was still covered in a blanket of snow. What should have been a beautiful and sunny day was instead just as cold and dreary as the day she went into her sweet winter slumber.
You're telling me this is outrageous! Outrageous is of every sort! Why,
With that, Julie stormed back inside. This rainbow monster wouldn't take this unexpected snow day sitting down. No, sir. When she came back out, she knew just what to do.
I know just what to do. But first... Frank!
Of course. Julie called for the grouchiest, grayest grump in all of home, Frank Frankly. Julie ran up to his door and gave it a hearty kick-in. She galloped up the stairs and leaped onto his bed, scaring him awake.
Oh, Julie, it's just you. Springtime salutations, Julie.
Hold on to those salutations, Frank. There's no springtime to see,
Julie said. She grabbed a hold of Frank's head and turned it towards the window.
Look!
It was just as Julie said. The neighborhood was covered in snow. Frank could even see it covering the clock tower in town. He got a gander at his poor garden. Frank even got a glance at Eddie.
Morning, Mr. Frankly. Morning, Miss Joyful. Whoop!
My tomatoes! Look at how terribly cold they are.
Frank said.
Julie, how are you already awake if spring hasn't sprung?
It's a rainbow monster's intuition to know when it's time to spring into spring. But if springtime hasn't sprung, I can't spring. You see?
Barely. I just woke up.
Frank grumbled.
This hasn't happened before, has it? What do we do now? The bugs are expecting a wake-up call soon, but instead of flower fields, they'll just see snowy sleets.
Fret not, Frank Frankly. Your Julie Joyful will uncover exactly who the real culprit is of this unsprung spring.
Julie said.
Culprit? What do you mean, culprit, Julie?
No time to explain, Frank. We got places to be and folks to see.
Julie insisted.
What? But where are we going? It's chilly outside.
Always with the questions. We don't have time to lose. I'll meet you outside.
What?
As quickly as she came inside, Julie ran off Frank's bed and leaped through the window of his home and fell down onto Eddie below.
Thanks for breaking my fall, Eddie.
Oh, happy to be of service.
Once Frank had put on his winter clothing, he and Julie set out to uncover who was to blame for the delay in springtime. While Frank seemed to be lost in thought over how they would solve this problem, Julie was happily skipping along, almost as if she knew exactly where to go. As the two ventured deeper into the forest, Frank began to ask questions.
How will we get rid of all of this snow, Julie?
Frank asked.
You'll see, Frank.
Julie said.
What do you think caused the spring not to spring, Julie?
Frank asked.
You'll see, Frank.
Julie said.
I will. When will we get there, Julie?
Frank asked.
You'll see.
Julie said.
Julie, you haven't answered any of my questions. Could you at least tell me where we're going?
Frank asked.
You'll see. Oh, wait. We're here, Frank.
Julie said.
Here? Where is here?
Frank asked.
This is my family cave.
Julie cheered. Indeed it was. Julie and Frank had arrived at the entrance of a cave that sat atop the nearby mountain.
It's where I bloomed when I was just a rainbow monster blush. Let's go inside. My brother and sisters are going to fix all of this.
Frank was in disbelief over how far they had traveled as they both walked inside to greet Julie's siblings.
Your brothers and sisters?
That's right, Frank. They're the Joyfuls.
Julie exclaimed.
That's my tough sister Franny, my groovy brother Jonesy, and my sister Bee, who is as sweet as honey. Don't they just look like the flowers' petals?
They look asleep.
Frank was right. There, the Joyfuls were all still nestled in their nests, fast asleep.
Oh, that explains why they didn't say hi. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Julie said.
Uh-oh, I'm feeling bombed out.
Don't be frantic.
If you're jonesing for a good time.
Just remember to be
Joyful! I'm too tired for this. The three rainbow monsters shot up in their nests as they looked at Julie and Frank. Julie, is that you? What are you doing barging into our cave unannounced? We need our sleep.
Why all the yelling, sis? Jules is just throwing a surprise party for us. You're making my leaves wilt with all this commotion.
You two are talking over her. I bet she has a very good reason to wake up. Isn't that right, Julie?
I do. But first, I want you all to meet Frank.
The three looked unimpressed. Awful gray, isn't he?
Have you tried wearing more purple? A pop of color's where it's at, man. After a few hibernations, I'm sure you'll get there.
I don't think he's a rainbow monster, Jonesy. He doesn't have any horns.
No style.
No flair.
Nothing but a joy to be around.
Enough! We're not here to meet me. Julie says you all can fix what's going on with our neighborhood.
Oh, that place called home.
Yes, home's covered in snow. How can I make the flowers bloom in those conditions, my dearest siblings? I can't. I shan't. I shan't.
You won't.
I willn't.
What? Julie, I always set my alarm clock precisely. I'm never wrong.
She's right, Julie Bean. She's never wrong. She always sets my alarm clock precisely.
Because someone here doesn't.
Yeah, someone here doesn't.
I believe what they mean to say is that it sounds like you're here early, Julie.
What? But how can that be? My rainbow monster intuition woke me up and told me to spring into action.
When doesn't it? You spring into everything, even when spring is fall.
Julie, don't tell me.
Looks like you two are your whole 2 clock turns early.
Oh, man. Those are 2 terms I could have used to dream about the color green.
Oh, wow. You're right, sis. I am early. I must have been so excited for springtime that I woke up even earlier than usual. Frank, isn't that funny?
That's all right, Julie. I like springtime, too. I just can't wait to burst from my burrow and greet the sun.
Yeah, and I love getting up and getting down with the seedlings and the sprouts. It's everyone's turn to be in the spotlight.
Yes, I suppose I'm fond of turning snow into morning dew so everything can grow. It didn't take long before the beautifully voiced leader of the band of rainbow monsters came to a conclusion. It settled then. Joyfuls, we are bringing spring early this turn.
Oh, goody.
Groovy.
Finally.
And bring spring early they did. The Joyfuls emerged from their cave and set to work. Franny played on her keyboard and watered the frost down to a gentle drizzle. Jonesy strummed on his bass, awakening the once sleeping greenery from their slumber. Bee blew into her flute, calling forth the rays of sunshine to beam down on all of home. Julie, however, was her own instrument. As she and Frank bid the siblings both farewell and thanks, Julie began singing the flowers into bloom.
It's time to spring, sprung, for our springtime salutations. It's time to bloom, blossom, flower, with melodious vibrations.
And all it took was some careful family collaborations.
That's right, Frank. And now it's time for our springtime salutations. Come on, Frank. Let's go wake up
Julie
everybody
and
else.
Frank both ran through the flower fields as they made their way back to home. They just knew everyone would be overjoyed to see how beautiful the neighborhood had become after such a long, cold, dark
winter.
Hello! Once upon a time, beneath the twinkling stars, like me, there lay a land unfamiliar to our own. A beautiful kingdom, lush with splendor, and ruled by a benevolent king.
Hello, I am the benevolent king. Hark, my daughter has been born, and I am throwing a grand ball to celebrate.
Through that? Next line, Walderford. Next line.
Yes, I am inviting everyone else in the kingdom except for Barnaby the Wicked. Barnaby can't come?
Little did the king know, Barnaby the Wicked had caught word of this stupendous celebration and his revoked invitation. In a fit of fury, he barged into the festivities and announced his arrival with rightful ire.
Did somebody say Barnaby the Wicked?
I did.
Thank you. I just flew in from an enchanted vale somewhere, and boy, are my wings tired. Hey, what's with all the commotion about? And what's with the cue ball here?
The commotion is a birthday party, and the cue ball is my lovely Princess Julie.
That's right, pal. And I'm the God Fairy Howdy Pillar. That little bundle of joy there is a potential consumer. So hands off of the baby, Buster. A fancy shindig for a baby, and you didn't invite me. Barnaby the Wicked. With a name like that, you know I'm the life of the party. I ought to teach you much manners.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yes, for now. You might be the prettiest girl at the party now, Princess Julie, but when you get big and strong, you're gonna get a splinter from a spindle of a spinning wheel and die. That's what you'll think. Move it or lose it, Barnaby the Wicked. Princess Julie, when you get big and strong, instead of kicking the bucket, you'll fall into a deep snooze. But one kiss from your true love will put that pep right back in your step. That's a good fairy howdy guarantee.
Hooray.
Rich, foiled again by my lack of foresight. Well, I'm hitting the road. I know when I'm not wanted.
Goodbye, Barnaby the Wicked.
See you later, kid.
Even as Howdy placed an enchantment on the child, there was still a wave of unease throughout the kingdom. To prevent Barnaby the Wicked's curse from coming to fruition, King Wally had all of the spinning wheels burned in a great fire. Still, he knew that would not be enough to quell the malicious hex placed upon her.
This will not be enough to quell the malicious hex placed upon her.
You're telling me?
King Wally would request that the good fairy Howdy whisk her away to his grocery store in the outskirts of the kingdom in order to hide her away from Barnaby the Wicked.
Pro bono princess, huh? Don't mind if I do. Magical convenience stores don't run themselves.
For many clock turns, the good fairy Howdy would raise young Princess Julie into a big and strong rainbow monster. But to keep her origins a secret, he would give her the name Sweet Briar.
That's me, Sweet Briar. Oh, how lovely am I! How cheery I be!
Watch where you're twirling that broom, Sweet Briar. You're likely to whack one of my antennas off.
Sorry, Howdy. I'm just so happy to work here every day. In fact, it makes me so happy that I could sing.
You could, but how about you go outside instead and take the day. Oh, forget it. Scram, will ya?
Okay, yippee!
Don't talk to anybody strange either. There could be entomologists out there.
Sweetbriar skipped off into the nearby woods, letting her melodious voice move through the trees over the beautiful bushels of flowers, and finally, upon the ears of a handsome prince, Prince Frank.
Hark! I hear the enchanting singing of a bewitching maiden true.
The bewitching maiden is me, but I'm no witch. I'm Sweet Briar.
So you are. I've been pleasantly enraptured with your unique warbling, my sweet Briar. I'm Prince Frank. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Golly, a prince? But what is a prince doing out here?
The script called for it. My sweet Briar, will you dance with me amongst the flora and fauna and serenade me with your lovely voice?
You bet your behind I will.
And behind what?
Sweetbriar and Prince Frank danced to a song only they could hear, broken off from the rest of the world. When they finally broke apart, the two departed, promising to see each other again very soon. Sweetbriar returned home with a skip in her step. She told the good fairy Howdy she had fallen in love.
Hark! Your Sweet Briar is home and in love.
In love?
With a prince. Aren't I lucky?
Sounds like a lot of hooey, Sweetbriar. What kind of fellow walks around declaring he's a prince? He's the one that ought to consider himself the lucky one here. It ain't every day that somebody meets a princess in the woods.
Princess? I'm a princess?
What? Who's the wise guy that said that? Must have been a squeaky door or something. Oh, that Barnaby the Wicked.
Barnaby the Wicked?
There it goes again. Where are you scoundrel?
Quit playing silly, Howdy. What's this business about me being a princess?
All right. You forced it out of me. The jig is up. Sweetbriar, you're a bona fide princess, and I won't spare you the boring details. You're betrothed to some prince later today, in fact. I'm also a good fairy. In retrospect, I should have told you that sooner.
That explains the little wings and wand. But Howdy, I can't marry somebody else. I'm in love.
You're about to be in the castle getting betrothed, young lady. Get your fantastical and whimsical fairy tale shoes on, and let's hit the road.
Woe is me! Boo-hoo! Blah!
Oh, boo-hoo on the road. We're gonna be late.
Sweetbriar, or as we know her now, Princess Julie, was escorted back to the castle from where she had been born. Unfortunately for the good fairy Howdy, King Walliford was nowhere to be seen. As the fairies searched about the castle for the king, Princess Julie wandered around the castle on her own. It did not take long for her to run into a curious figure, a seemingly old dog sitting at a spinning wheel.
Ooh. Is that a spinning wheel?
No, it's an elephant. Of course it's a spinning wheel. Can't you see I'm making yarn so I can crochet my dear sweet mama a pair of mittens?
Oh my! That's so kind of you. Could I give it a try? I just met a prince, and I'd love to make him a nice hat.
Go right ahead, kid.
Thanks. Ow! A splinter. That really stuck.
With naught but a minuscule prick of the spindle, Princess Julie collapsed to the floor and fell into a deep slumber. But who was that haggard old dog that sent Julie to her unexpected sleep?
Hey, who you calling haggard? It's just me, beloved Barnaby the Wicked, having my good old-natured fun. Princess Julie, what happened to you? Huck, Barnaby the Wicked, what are you doing here? You cad, you scoundrel, you rogue, you rascal! Hey, I don't gotta take these, I'm hitting the road. I know when I'm not wanted. Not so fast. You're going to bed too, pal, for good. No, I ain't. Hark, I'm feeling an app coming on.
Did somebody say hark? Oh.
You know what, Holly? Not bad. I can make this work.
It was then the good fairy Howdy set to work on his marvelous plan of awakening Princess Julie. First, he would allow the entire kingdom to fall into a deep slumber alongside their princess. Next, he would place flyers all throughout the neighboring lands in hopes of finding the single most important ingredient of his spell, true love's kiss. A beautiful and meaningful symbol of everlasting love.
Oh my. Help wanted. Looking for a true love to undo an evil enchantment from Barnaby the Wicked. Must be princely, brave, and romantic. Preferably handsome, but homely will do.
I see your eyeballing my very prestigious poster. Any interest, stranger?
Oh, goodness no. You see, I already have a true love of my own.
You don't say.
Yes, she is quite a pretty picture. She has beautiful golden hair, as radiant as the sunshine itself.
Uh-huh.
And a disposition as merry as a freshly bloomed marigold in springtime.
Mm-hmm.
And the elegant warbling of a beautiful nightingale.
Warbling, huh? Wait a second. You're that prince she was rambling on and on about.
Excuse me?
You're hired for the job. Hustle, shake a leg, before I trade you out with the local town fool.
Thank you, I think.
So, Prince Frank followed the good fairy Howdy up to the princess's keep at the very top of the castle's highest spire. When he arrived in the room, he was taken aback by the scene before him. The princess's bedroom was as luxurious as a newly bloomed garden, and the princess's cheeks were a hue as warm as that of roses.
Had I known you were in such turmoil, Sweetbriar, I would have sought you out sooner. Yet here you lay in your flower bed, ravaged by a curse that doomed you to your fate at the mere utterance of its spell. Allow me to grant you your freedom, Sweetbriar, and seal your destiny with a kiss.
Are you in earnest? This is really drawn out.
Quiet! Barnaby the Wicked's body was trapped in an everlasting slumber, if one might recall. Silence filled the princess's keep as Prince Frank leaned in close to his Sweetbriar to release her from this wretched curse and awaken her from her slumber.
Callooh-call-lee!
Sweetbriar, you've awoken from your sleep.
That's Princess Julie to you, and that's right. It's all thanks to you that the curse was lifted.
And yet?
Oh, my handsome prince! I am betrothed to another. Prince Frank, run away with me. Our love cannot thrive here.
We just got this all sorted out. Go on, King Wally. Tell him.
Oh, Princess Julie, you're awake. I lost my place.
The betrothal kit.
Oh, yes. Don't run away, Princess Julie. The one you were betrothed to was actually Prince Frank.
Hooray!
How convenient!
Well, you are the king, Prince Frank. Let's get hitched.
Yes, our wedding awaits, Princess Julie.
I love happy endings.
What am I? Chopped liver?
No, you're dead.
Oh, good. I'll just stay down here then.
As I was saying, with Barnaby the Wicked defeated and the kingdom awakened in high spirits, the wedding celebration could finally begin. And beneath those very same stars, Prince Frank and Princess Julie were married amongst a garden of sweetbriars and lived happily ever after.
Hello, you. Welcome home. How are you today? Ha ha ha. That's just the most. What did you say? Did you ask what I am painting today? Thank you for asking, neighbor. Today I am painting feelings. Now that you are here, I know I feel...
Joyful?
Oh, hello, Julie.
Hello, Wally. Did I hear you right? Are you painting feelings?
Yes, I am. But I don't think I know how.
Wally, darling, you just need the right inspiration and the right monster for the job. There's nothing more inspiring than joy, and no one knows joy more than Julie Joyful herself.
Julie Joyful. Oh, you're right. Your last name is Joyful.
It sure is. So, tell me what you need, Wally.
Okay, Julie. How do I paint joy?
That's easy peasy. Joy looks like... So you see, it has a... What if you just close your eyes and imagine a... That's a lot tougher to explain than I thought.
Oh.
Don't cry, Wally. It'll be okay. I know just what to do. The best way to know what joy looks like is to remember times when you were very happy. I always feel joy everywhere I go, and with everyone I know at home, Wally.
Please tell me, Julie.
I feel joy every time I beat Barnaby in a game of hide and seek. The last time we played, we both had so much fun, even if it did take him a whole clock spin to find me. Boy, and joyful. Julie, you're so tough to find. It's like looking for a daffodil in a flower field. I almost thought you were a begonia. I'm just talking diddling around. Har. I feel joy whenever Sally casts me in one of her fancy plays. Once I cartwheeled across the stage during a dramatic scene, and it made Sally cry tears full of glee. Bravo, Julie and Teen! Bravo! The Duchess of Dahlia's jubilations have never been so emotionally, vivaciously joyous. It's goodness! Bravissimo! I feel joy when I bake with Poppy. I remember when I helped Poppy create a whole new kind of pie. Geeseberries, crammed berries, that's the last strawberries, you name it. Poppy was so happy and wanted me to share it with everybody in home. Oh my goodness! Julie, you've created a splendid dessert. I can't imagine eating it all on my own. Why don't you share it with everyone at home instead? I feel joy when I help Eddie at his post office. Eddie has a lot of mail to organize, so I always give him one of my pep in your step talks, so he feels much more joyful about all his work. Well, if that ain't just the peppiest pep talk I ever heard, it's making me bloom brighter than a sunflower in the sunshine. Shoot, maybe even a carnation. I feel joy every time I give Howdy one of my best jokes at Howdy's place. I always make sure to make my jokes extra funny, so I can see Howdy smile from antenna to antenna. Yuck. Julie, you're hilarious. I ought to put 2 cherries on your mouth for all these uproarious laughs you've given me. This is the bee's knees. This is the berries. Apples.
Did all that really happen, Julie?
It sure did, Molly. Then I came up to you and I said, cheer up and get down, 'cause there's joy here to be found. And you said, that's just the most, Julie.
Oh, my.
Do you know what joy looks like now, Molly?
Yes, I do. But please tell me again, Julie.
You got it. Joy is giving and giving and giving. When your friends are feeling down, when there's wilting abound, joy is there with its wonderful sound. Don't you see, Wally?
I do see. I'm finished, too. Do you like it, Julie?
Golly, Wally, it's beautiful. This makes me so joyful I think I could hopscotch and play hoop at the same time.
Before you go do that, Julie, will you give it a name for me?
I sure will. Let's call it Joyful Blossoms. Hello, my mellow playfellows. Welcome to What Makes the Flowers Bloom, a helpful handbook to rainbow monsters. I'm your local rainbow monster expert, Julie Joyful.
You're also our local rainbow monster.
Yes, this is true. But what are you?
Well, I'm your local rainbow monster inquirer, Frank Frankly, of course. So, Julie,
Yes, Frank.
what is it that makes the flowers bloom?
I'm so glad you asked. It's quite a complicated query that requires an insightful and informative answer.
Really?
Yes, that's why I brought in some fellow experts in the flower field, Franny, Jonesy, and Bee Joyful.
That's right. Because if there's wilting abound,
Just keep an ear to the ground.
And follow that joyful sound.
That's where a rainbow monster's help can be found.
Oh, I was hoping this story would only be 5 pages long.
So, what is it that makes the flowers bloom? I've provided a root inventory acronym so that anyone can understand.
Ooh, I love a good abbreviation. What is it?
It's MHM. No, Frank, it's
Yes, my mistake.
No, Frank. The first M stands for monsters, rainbow monsters, just like me and her and him and her. But what is there to know about a rainbow monster, I hear you ask?
where do they come from?
Where are they going?
How are they doing?
I certainly hope we can find out, Julie.
You will, Frank. Rainbow monsters are colorful creatures that help make the seasons groovy. We start off as baby blushes all cradled up in flower buds before growing up into big monsters just like me.
There's more to it than that, Julie. Rainbow monsters have special horns that grow in sunshine and shed when it's cold. Rainbow monster horns come in all different shapes and colors, but the bigger the better, obviously.
Did you say colour? I'm in the know on that one, sis. Rainbow monsters come in all hues too, from our heads to our roots, from our leaves to our nose. We stick to one colour, so that together we're totally kaleidoscopic.
Head, leaves, just like flower petals on a stem. A rainbow monster's hairdo shows off their big personality. The right hairdo can make a rainbow monster really stand out.
That's very interesting, but how does this make the flowers bloom?
You're getting ahead of yourself, Frank. You've got to think H.
H?
That's right. H stands for harmony.
Harmony!
Harmony.
Harmony?
Harmony's important to rainbow monsters. We go to sleep just like the flowers after we tuck everyone into bed for the weary winter ahead. Then when springtime comes, our melodious sounds wake everything up. It's a harmonious cycle.
Missing things again, Julie. Rainbow monsters sing together to help move the seasons along. Even the highest and lowest pitches are necessary to shaping springtime.
Singing's great, but musical instruments, where it's at, Fran. We totally look to our environment to create that righteous sound. A grotto, a tunnel, a meadow. We could find music anywhere.
Yes, but we don't do this all alone, Jonesy. Rainbow monsters live together in groups called a band. And a band of monsters are only as melodious as their harmony together.
Singing instruments. Fascinating. So that must be why the flowers bloom.
Not yet, Frank. We have one more letter left to go. The last M.
You're correct. M. Melody, merriment, mirth.
No, silly. Rainbow monsters love harmony, both sound and soul, and there's nothing more harmonious with rainbow monsters than, nature.
Nature? That doesn't start with M.
Nature. Rainbow monsters come from nature, and together we help take care of it like it takes care of us. So we all have to take on important responsibilities to make sure that nature keeps carrying on.
I'm why the drops do.
I'm why the grass grows.
I'm why the sun shines.
And I'm
Aha! You're why the flowers bloom.
Posy Tootly. So if you're curious about that beautiful flower bed that looks good enough to rest your weary head, all you gotta think is...
Yes.
Let your mind wander.
The Playfellow Workshop proudly presents a darling broadcast.
Welcome home. Ha ha ha. Oh, I mean, welcome in. You're here just in time for a darling broadcast. I'm your host, Wally Darling, here to soothe your restless ears with good news brought to you from our home to yours. I've been asked before why I'm the host, but I tell them it's because I'm the most darling one for the job.
You tell 'em, kid. You're a riot.
Thank you. On to the goings-ons. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The friendly face of our clock has spun. That means it's time we bid our home-warming season a heartfelt farewell as springtime springs into home once more.
Feels like he spun a couple of turns too early, if you ask me. Whatever happened to asking a ground dog if he's seen his shadow before bringing in the spring? There just ain't any courtesy left in this town.
It's not too early if you were to ask the flowers.
You know me, Wally. I don't speak plant. It's the dark bane of my existence.
Don't worry, Barnaby. We know someone who does. Joining us now from our very own neighborhood are our very own nature newscasters. Hello, Julie. Hello, Frank.
Yoo-hoo!
Hello, Wally.
We're Julie Joyful,
And Frank Frankly.
and we're your nature newscasters. We're on the scene, bringing you the scoop from the soil.
And getting you in the know about the who's, what's, where's, how's, and why's of our local plant life.
Just in time for springtime.
So, what's the talk amongst the flowers, Julie?
Oh, what isn't there to talk about, Wally? So many buds have blossomed here at home, and they've been talking my ears off ever since they sprung up from the frost.
That's right, Julie. In fact, we're here speaking live from Julie's own home. The roses have so much to say, don't they? Is this thing on?
No, Frank. The flowers can't talk. They can only speak.
I'm not following.
They chitter, I chatter. They blither, I blather.
They gibber, you jabber?
So allow me to speak the language of the flowers.
Yes, of course. Pardon me?
Those two gave more than the greenery.
I'll start over. Springtime salutations. We're here with a nearby bushel of roses that have so much to say.
I'll say, no, me first. I'll tell you, Mr. Frankly, it's so lovely to be blooming in the same town as the Julie Joyful.
Is it? Even with the earlier springtime?
Especially for that. The early springtime wake-up call was just what Mother Nature ordered. Now home can see my beautiful
And beautiful you are.
Stop, stop! You're making me blush.
But roses aren't the only bud in town that's come to flower. Our home outside home is surrounded by quite a colorful array. You there, what sort of flower are you?
That is madame to you. I am prestigious, elegant. I am a tulip.
So you are.
I am well known amongst the world of flora. Don't my beautiful petals conjure up images of grandeur? A headpiece, perhaps, worn by kings and queens of old?
Oh, I see it. Your petals look a bit like a crown. Oh, yes, yes. You all look very elegant.
Are you two admiring my springtime garden?
If it isn't Sally Starlet, home's most famous playwright.
Oh, a playwright, director, actor, star, and gardener.
How could I ever forget?
Please, Franklin, enough of your boasting about me.
That's not my name.
I want to know from the rainbow monster herself. Juliet, what do my lovely tulips have to say about my gardening?
As your nature newscaster, I'd be happy to translate. Miss Starlet has the delicate eyes of someone with delicate eyes.
Go on, go on.
With the poise and grace of a refined theater enthusiast who is enthusiastic about the theater.
That's so true.
I don't see the correlation with theater and plant care, to be quite frank.
Shh, Frank, she's got more to say. The sunlight radiating off her is immaculate. She's like a tall glass of water, if that glass of water were instead filled to the brim with sunshine.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Might I add, you have the sharpest points this side of the neighborhood, only second to your sharp wit.
Oh, no, stop. My face is warmer than when it warmed up in the atmosphere. I'm only kidding. Do go on.
You've heard it here live from Sally Starlet's own home. Flowers have been enjoying the sun and showing off their best. We may have to move on. I'm afraid this could take a while.
We've now made our way towards the smiling face of home's own clock tower, and where many more flowers have risen from their snowy slumber.
That's right, Julie. Even our locals have decided to spring into springtime. In fact, we're with one of home's own locals now, our one and only mailman, Mr. Deer.
Oh, he on the radio. Oh, gosh, I didn't get dressed up for it. Hi, Ma.
Mr. Deer, as a non-flower, how are you faring this springtime?
Fair to middling. I reckon everything looks just lovely. Pretty as a peach. Miss Joyful, you plumb outdone yourself this year.
Oh, as your neighbor, I'm tickled pink. But as your newscaster, this little lady has to keep her head on straight. Mr. Franklin, the questions.
Yes, Ms. Joyful. Mr. Deer, you seem to be quite the flower enthusiast, even if you yourself are not a flower.
Indeedy I am.
What sort of advice do you have for your neighbors who are unsure of what to plant for themselves for springtime?
Well, gee, I say if you don't know what to put in your garden, think about planting something that really suits what kind of neighbor you are. Better yet, what suits your home. I'll tell you something, Mr. Franklin. My lavender makes the post office look so much more friendlier.
Fascinating. Do you have any parting words for flowers looking to meet new fauna?
Well, it's always tough making yourself known when you're just a little wildflower in a big garden full of so much color. I know what folks are obliged to tell themselves. What if you don't smell as nice? What if you don't got so many leaves? To that, I say you gotta tell yourself the right flower is out there for you, if you're willing to put yourself out there. There's not a pot too cracked that a flower won't fit.
As your favorite neighborly rainbow monster, that was so beautiful. But as your nature newscaster, I'll simply say that was a lovely sentiment. Frank, the questions.
Of course. Lovely sentiment indeed, Mr. Deer. But would you care to comment on your earlier happenstance with a local unhappy rhododendron?
Pardon?
That's right, Frank. We're here live with an angry rhododendron who claims the mailman with red petals nearly smooshed him into smithereens. That's right. I'm the rhododendron that was nearly rhododone for.
What? Me? I was just doing my postmanly duties, saying good morning to the flowers, delivering letters. I even had time to water some friendly faces along the way.
Wise guy, huh? Why, I ought to give you the good old 1, 2, the 3, 4, the 5, 6. I ought to ring you round the rosy.
Wait, if you just let me explain. I'm real sorry if I almost got you.
Oh, you're gonna be sorry, all right?
Sorry he'll be indeed. Well, that's all we have to report for today. We've been your nature newscasters. We're always on the scene, bringing you the scoop from the soil.
And getting you in the know about the who's, what's, where's, how's, and why's of springtime.
I'm Frank Frankly.
And I'm Julie Joyful.
And we bid you a fond farewell. Don't forget to wave up high.
Julie. Oh, Julie, is that you again? I'm so glad you're back. You gotta talk to this little guy. Tell him I didn't mean anything by my clumsiness.
There ain't no Julie here to protect you from these leaves, you oversized blossom. Put 'em up! Put 'em up!
If you insist. But I'm not keeping my eyes open for this.
Whoa! You can't be doing that on the radio, hey, little buddy?
We can't?
No, think of the sponsors, kid. Speaking of sponsors, a darling broadcast is sponsored by Welcome Home's favorite cereal, Crispy Sweets. Deliciously delightful rice puffs coated in sugar as sweet as springtime itself.
Wow. I sure could go for a spoonful of
the sweet sugar taste of Crispy
Sweets. As a cereal, it's the most.
You said it, kid. Say, how do you enjoy your cereal?
With a slice of fruit, with a cup of coffee, with a spoon, with a bowl. Isn't that right?
I suppose, if you're one of those cereal with a bowl and a spoon types. But I'm telling you right now that it's out of style. It's all about eating with your mouth first.
Oh?
Yeah. You just get your snorkel, your favorite eating hat, and you go to town. Sure, there's a mess, but I say bless it.
Well said, Barnaby. Bless this mess. In other news, we have a special guest just for a darling broadcast. Or should I say, 3?
Who could have foreseen these special guests listed in our ads?
That's right. Let's welcome the grooviest band of rainbow monsters this side of the neighborhood. Franny, Jonesy, and Be Joyful of the Joyfuls.
Don't be frantic.
Are you jonesing for a good time?
And just remember to be
Joyful.
We're happy to have you all on with us.
We're absolutely ecstatic about it. It's fantastic.
Gratitude and thankulations for inviting us, Wally.
Yes, we're eager to spread our joyful vibrations to our listeners in and out of the soil.
Could you tell our listeners about yourselves?
Without a doubt. I'm Franny, the joyful keyboardist. As the snow melts and the rain pours down, you're not far from my springtime sound.
I'm Jonesy, the joyful bassist. Sprouting on up from the ground is key, but with my melodious tones, I make it easy.
I'm Bee, the joyful woodwind. When the clouds part and the sun breaks through, you'll feel my warmth come straight to you.
That's the most. With that, let's move on to our last segment, the joyful consultation. We'll be accepting calls from our neighbors in need of a helping hand during this springtime.
Copacetic.
Groovy.
Radiant.
Yeah, what they said.
Oh, my. Hello. Oh, I didn't think my call would get through. Oh, how exciting. I'm such a big fan. Sentiments from the Sediments is one of my favorite songs.
Yes, I like that one too. There's a lot to explore in the soil. Not many artists would go there.
Yeah, like, what's in there? The feeling of a memory? Or just some cool rocks? Maybe a bug? Maybe a bug with a memory?
Oh, we're grateful, beautiful. What's your question?
My question, yes, my question. Let's see, Oh, well, firstly, my name is Poppy.
Whoa. Poppy, did you hear that, sis? We're speaking to the flowers. Julie's gonna be so jealous.
No, my name is Poppy, and I'm calling about my poppies.
Oh, so it's learned how to use the phone on behalf of the others.
Oh, how wonderful. We'll be able to help them directly.
Well, no. You see, my name is Poppy, but I'm a bird.
I don't see what being a young lady has to do with anything.
Can't you see it, brother dear? She wants the advice of another young lady.
Where did the poppy go?
She's transformed.
Oh, no. I think she was eaten right before our very ears.
No, I'm right here. I'm Poppy.
Oh, thank goodness. We thought you got eaten.
But thanks to our helpful advice, you were not. We were happy to be of service to you.
What? But I haven't gotten my question in.
May you shine like a sunflower, even as a poppy. Goodbye!
Next one, Wally.
Let's take our first neighbor. Caller, you're on the air.
Howdy do, it's Howdy Pillar here, owner of the Howdy's Place, the home of everything you need and everything you don't. Oh, sorry. I can't turn that off.
That's all right. As a working professional, you always have to keep up an image. Being joyful can be so strenuous for your leaves.
Speak for yourself, sis. I'm as mirthful as the meadows. You'll never see a frown on this beautiful face.
I'll never see anything with how you style your petals.
Enough about us. How can we help you?
Well, you see, my storefront is the bee's knees, and I ain't talking about my brother-in-law. Thanks, Bon.
This one's on the house.
Anywho, I've been tending my garden just as good as the next fella. Water, fertilizer, sunshine, the works.
Oh, how lovely.
But I just can't get 'em to taste right.
What was that?
Yeah, they're awful leafy in an unawful way. Don't get me wrong. But there's way too much pollen. What do I look like, my brother-in-law? Thanks, Mark.
I get paid by the comic riff.
So, siblings 3. How does a caterpillar such as myself get the floral salad of his dreams?
The floral salad of your dreams.
This is an outrage.
That's right. This is not a cooking show. We're here to bring nature into bloom, not serve it up on a plate.
Oh, come on. A guy's gotta eat. Greens are a staple in every caterpillar's diet.
Greens? Oh, sisters, I think my locomotion's having a commotion.
Well, excuse me for having lunch.
You're very much excused. Make like a begonia in winter and be gone.
Sister dear.
Oh, I'll be all right. I'll be out of here. I'll be leaving. But I'll be eating. You better believe that. And I ain't referring to my brother-in-law. Thanks, Bon.
Comedy comes in threes.
Oh, my, I'm so sorry. The next one, please, Wally.
We only have time for one more guest. Let's take our next and final neighbor. Caller, you're on the air. Hello, Wally. Julie.
Hi, Molly! And hello to my sweet saccharine siblings!
Is that our youngest sister here?
She's our sweetest, too.
Don't forget our most colorful. Julie, what could you need help with? You're one of us.
I wanted to say hi. I didn't get to earlier. We were busy being nature newscasters. Business calls for sacrifice.
How poetic. We should put it in a song. We'll call it The Dandelion's Day Job.
I like it. Flowers in the workplace toil when they should be in the soil.
Siblings, our minds are wandering. Save that for the cave.
Oh, yeah. Frank's got a question.
Yes, Frank has I have a question. My name is Frank. My flowers sometimes say I dress like a... Julie, how do you put it?
They call you a square?
Yes, a square. How do I dress so that my flowers think I'm fashionable? Do they prefer corduroy or denim, yellow-green or green-yellow?
Oh, what a good question. The answer is simple. It doesn't matter if you dress like a dweeb. A garden will always love you for who you are.
Bing bong. You're wrong, oh sis. If you're not with it, you'll be the laughingstock of your own fauna.
He's right. Think of the shame you would bring. A gardener without the charisma of what he tends. It's stem-chilling.
Oh, fair point. Consider asking your local rainbow monster for helpful tidbits on how to turn your wilting attire into a bouquet of color.
Yeah, Frank. Ask your local me.
Oh, all right. Fine. Then I'll wear the turtleneck. But I think it makes my neck look too long.
I think it's handsome, and it makes you look distinguished.
Yeah, Frankfurter, you'll be the most distinguished dweeb of the ball.
At least I don't dress like a circus clown who lost his pants.
Hey, this looks a timeless classic. Why don't you make like a daisy and uproot yourself and pack a little suitcase and get out of town?
Why, you...
Back to us. Julie, when are you going to finally join our band?
Yeah, sis. What's a rainbow monster band without its dynamite drummer?
Just think of it, sister dear. A colorful quartet pushing the seasons.
That sounds... Oh, no, the sounds! We're breaking up! Hang up the phone, Frank, hang up!
What the... Hey, I'm not done with Barnaby! Joyfuls, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to help our neighbors with their needs today.
The pleasure was all ours. We're happy to have given back so much to our fans.
Yeah, we don't just take time out of our music manifestations for just anybody, Wally. Appreciations to you and yours for having us on.
We'd also like to give a special shout out to our little sister. We hope one day that our Julie Joyful will be a part of our family band so that we can make beautiful music together.
But until then, we're signing off. If you ever want to catch us, just remember that if there's wilting abound,
just keep an ear to the ground.
And follow that joyful sound.
Thank you. How wonderful. This concludes our special airing of A Darling Broadcast, brought to you by the Playfellow Workshop in partnership with Crispy Sweets. We hope we soothed your restless ears with good news brought to you from our home to yours. Any parting words, Barnaby?
Yeah. Did you know another name for a friend is a bud? Just like a flower bud. We're just a couple of buds, Wally. But a pal ain't another name for a flower. Ain't that tragic?
Well said, Bud. We hope you have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to wave up high. Good night, and know that I love you very much.
dancing greens, roots are kicking and tapping. You want to know what our means? You're ease, you're certain, you're sure. Where your nature guides, your frail will be answered. Just keep right on the sweet upside. Just keep right on the sweet upside.
Spring into this funky beat. Listen to these flowers.
So sweet.
Stop to feel that blowing breeze. The sun is shining through.
about we all play a game? I just thought of a new one. All we'll need is a pogo stick, a bowl of pasta, and a pair of roller skates.
Celestial. Astronomical. Stupendously fantastical. Oh, so few words can capture the radiance of Sally Starlet.
Oh my, I'm such a featherfingers.
I tell you, I fold my letters flatter than a fritter, and when it comes to friendship, I always deliver.
Howdy do, fellas. Care to let me share my wares?
What do you call a beagle with no ears? Nothing. He can't hear you anyway.
Frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being frank.
And you, and you, and you. And you, and you, and you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, there's another over there. Springtime salutations. What a colorful bunch you all are. Mwah. Hurry, Frank,
I'm coming. Phew. All these horticultural supplies are a lot to carry. Not all of us are natural-born flower whisperers, Julie.
Pshaw. You don't need all that fancy gardening stuff, Frank. I'm enough rainbow monster for the two of us.
So you say, but you can never be too prepared.
Don't worry so much. I'll have all of home in bloom before you know it. Oh, I see another one closed over there, Frank.
Don't let me hold you back, Julie.
Springtime salutations, my beautiful bud. Open up and come bathe in the sunshine. Mwah! You? Anyone in there? Can you hear me? I said that it's time for springtime. What's wrong? Are you feeling shy? There's no need to be. Your best bud, Julie Joyful, is here. In case you didn't know, that's me.
Julie, come over here quickly. I think I found something in a sunflower, but I can't seem to pry it open.
Oh, 1 second, Frank. Maybe you're still just a little too cold. I don't like getting up early either. How about I let you warm up in the sun while I go get everyone else ready to go? I'll come back before you know it. That's a joyful guarantee. Where did I see it? There you are! Over here, Frank!
It's never a leisurely stroll. Always, hurry, Frank, run, jump, do a cartwheel.
Are you ready for a very special presentation?
Ooh, yes, I love a good demonstration.
You've seen me open plenty of buds, Frank, but when's the last time you seen me do it up close and personal?
Oh, I don't know, Julie. This springtime, I'd say, and every time before then.
Yes, but did you write it down?
No.
So, that makes this flower opening an extra momentatious occasion. Where to begin? As you know, a rainbow monster has many responsibilities. They push the rain to fall, they drive the seeds to burst from the ground, and they warm the hills and valleys.
I remember your family's motto. They say it so often.
But it's my responsibility to help the flowers bloom. My joyful disposition and radiant smile helps welcome them into springtime. With enough positivity, they'll be open all through home warming.
Oh, really? Then why hasn't this one bloomed yet?
I was saving them just for you. A live demonstration, remember?
Of course, Julie dear. How could I be so silly? Go ahead. I'll write it all down.
Thank you. Hello to you, my sweet sunflower, my gorgeous gardenia, my lovely lilac. Your Julie Joyful has come to see you shine. My delightful daffodil, my pretty peony, or even my marvelous marigold. There's no need to be afraid. You're amongst friends. Look, I've even brought someone special to come say hi. Go on, Frank. Say hi.
Oh, hello there. Yes, hello there. What are they saying?
I'm not sure. I can't hear a flower before it blooms. Won't you come out and say hello to us? We came all this way just to welcome you into our home.
Yes, and our home is named Home. Frankly, I find it quite funny.
That is funny. Don't you want to come out and have a hearty laugh with us?
I didn't think it was that funny.
There's so many things to smile about out here. Once you know how nice it could be, I'm sure you'll be bursting to bloom.
Julie, what's the thing to do here?
Don't worry, Frank. Your Julie has just what we need. My Julie Joyful board game kit. A merry old time with all the doodads and goo-gaws you could ever want.
Oh, no, not games, not in front of a stranger. This is a terrible first impression.
Come on, Frank. It'll be fun. You love playing games with your favorite Joyful in the whole wide neighborhood.
You're my only Joyful in the whole wide neighborhood. All right, fine. But we're playing with the Frankly rule card. No throwing bowling balls or backwards jumping rope, and certainly no surprise chess maneuvers. I know you're not allowed to combine the queen with the knight during chess, Julie. You can't trick me again.
The pieces are just keeping each other company, Frank. It sounds like somebody's just sore about losing the queen's favorite horsey.
You're still closed. You're still closed.
What in carnations? You're still closed. Well, that's no good. You should be opening up by now. I thought giving you some time to yourself would help, but spring sprung so many clock turns ago. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I bet it's tough. Blossoming in a new neighborhood and everything. You're all by yourself, too. If you bloomed out here all alone, I bet you'd feel pretty lousy when you finally woke up. You'd be in a place you've never been in before. There won't be anyone here to say hi to. Well, don't worry. Julie Joyful is back to give you a buddy to bloom with. How about I talk to you about the neighborhood a little, since you're going to be a part of it soon and all. You know, I just got done spending time with my neighbor Wally. You don't know Wally yet, but he's an artist. He's a really good painter. Look, he painted this for me today. Wally said it was joy. I bet he could paint you with his eyes closed if you asked. I bet you come out looking funny, though. There's so many other kinds of neighbors here, too, that I know you'd really like. I know I get along with everybody. Well, almost everybody. Home is really nice, though some people can be a little rude. Barnaby's always making fun of me, calling me a silly girl. Howdy tells me to get better materials sometimes, too. But I don't get mad at them. I know they're just having fun with me. There's lots of other nice neighbors here that make this place good. Poppy is really nice and really big. She's kind of a scaredy bird, though. But that's okay. Eddie can be that way, too. And Sally's funny. She's a genuine star. She tells the best stories. But I think I like Frank most of all. He's the first one I met when I came to home. I was just like you. I didn't know anyone when I came here. It's kind of hard to remember how we met. but I think it was while I was making my burrow. He fell into my tunnel from above. He had a big fruit basket, too. I think he was coming to say hi to me.
Was he mad? I don't think he was. I think he said to me, "Are you new here? I'm new too. My name is Frank." I think he knew I was scared. He said a really corny joke to me, and I laughed.
We've been together ever since. I think we met Wally that same day, too. That's how I got my home. I wish I had a joke funny enough for you. Then maybe you'd bloom. Well, even if you did blossom all by yourself out here, you are never really alone. All of us neighbors are like a big garden. We're just a bunch of colorful flowers. Maybe if you think about it like that, you'll warm up to being out here with the rest of us. It's gonna get dark soon, and we're not supposed to be outside. You'll be safe, though. I'll come back soon.
Did all that really happen, Julie?
It's still here.
Hello, my possible petunia. It looks like you still haven't opened. Why is that?
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Is it because I haven't been around as often? I promise it wasn't on purpose. I've been busy. I have a lot of responsibilities. I'm home's cheeriest neighbor. Today I was home's star. Oh, look! I'm still wearing my outfit from Sally's play. See? Do you remember when I told you about Sally? Well, she's a star who fell from the sky. She did all that so she could make us all stars too. We did a play called Sweet Briar. It's about a princess who falls asleep for a long time after a mean fairy puts a spell on her. Then her handsome prince comes to wake her up.
If only it was that easy.
I was the princess, but I didn't have to do much. I lay down on a flower bed and closed my eyes. Frank was the prince.
What would Frank say if he saw you again? What would you think of me after all that talk about rainbow monsters?
Sally wrote it so romantically. Frank knew all of his lines. I think I did a good job too, but it was hard to remember what I was supposed to say sometimes.
When I closed my eyes and lay on the bed, it felt like I was really asleep. I'm doing the best that I can, but it's nice to let someone else lead.
My family came to watch. My brothers and sisters are rainbow monsters too. You've probably heard of them. They're always the talk of springtime. I wonder if they liked it.
What would my family say? One flower. It's just one flower. But what if it's just the first? Wilting fields. Dead fields.
I would have invited you. Really, I would have. But I don't think you could have come. We're pretty far away from Sally's stage. You probably didn't hear anything either. That's too bad.
If I can't make a flower bloom, if I can't bring springtime around, what would I do? Will I have to leave? Will I have to go back?
that song by now? Can you hear it? I think I'm gonna go. I'll come back.
You'll be gone.
See? I told you we'd make it to a phone in time.
Yes, well, I hardly think that advice is going to do me any good. I'm telling you now, Julie, that I have no intentions of parting with my bow ties.
Don't be such a worry bug, Frank. My family just likes to be with it. They want everyone else to be that way too. If you ask me, I think you look groovy. You look like somebody who enjoys a good book. Maybe with a little sauce.
I read books, Julie. I don't eat them.
Tomato, tomato.
And I didn't appreciate someone here hanging up the phone for me. I had more to say to that big, bumbling beagle.
But your head would have started spinning and gotten all tangled up in the phone cord again. You tell me every time, Julie, if Barnaby starts talking silly to us, get me out of there before I knock his block off.
Silly was not the word I used.
Well, your Julie bean can read you like a hawk.
Julie, what is it?
Wait, right here. I think I see my family. I should go say hi before they leave home.
Oh, well, all right, but I don't. I mean, yes, I'll wait here for you.
You're still here. After all this time. I spent so much time talking with you. I gave you everything I could. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you want. I don't know what the problem is.
Was that not enough? Do you want to get me into trouble? Why are you doing this to me? Was it because of the early spring? Are you mad at me for that? I don't know why that happened. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Please, please don't do this to me. Frank is nearby, please. I'm begging you, please, Bloom, before anyone sees you. Please, Bloom, please, please.
Julie, where are you?
Shit.
Julie, there you are. I thought I heard. Julie, are you all right? Why are you...
No, it's nothing. I dropped my microphone. I need to find it. Stay over there. I need to find it.
You won't be around for much longer. You'll go away by homewarming. I'll never see you again. No one will. No one will ever know you were here. And then I'll be free. I'm as good as I ever was. I'm Julie Joyful.